evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 final week is on the air. Today's date is October 2nd, 1983. This is closing day, the final day of the regular season. We are at Tiger Stadium. One game to move on to the postseason. It will be the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Detroit Tigers. The Brewers come into this game a record of 92-69. The Detroit Tigers a record of 93-68. On this final day of the regular season, let's go ahead and take a look and see how the standings are on this final day. In the American League East, the New York Yankees, they're the number one team in the entire postseason. The road to the World Series will go through Yankee Stadium. The Baltimore Orioles are in second place. They have clinched the number 3 seed. They will face the Chicago White Sox in the American League Division Series, as the White Sox are the number 2 seed, winning the American League West. The Texas Rangers are the 5 seed, guaranteeing one wild card series game in the American League. Tonight, we find out who they play. The Detroit Tigers or the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are 5-3 on the board. The Tigers are 6-2 on the board. But the Tigers have a 6-run plus to their record. The Brewers must beat the Tigers tonight by more than 6 runs, or the Tigers, even with a victory, will still get in by virtue of tiebreaker. I know some of you disagree with that, but as a baseball demo says, play the game you want the way you choose to play it. In the National League, the Montreal Expos right now are holding the number 1 seed. The Atlanta Braves have a better board record. If Montreal loses and the Braves win in 10-minute ticker, the Braves will be the number 1 seed in the National League. The Expos, however, are still the NL East champions. The Braves are the NL West champions. The Philadelphia Phillies are the 3 seed, no matter what. In the National League West, the San Diego Padres have clinched a postseason berth, their first ever on the network. No matter what happens against the Dodgers, with the Dodgers 1 game back of them, the Padres have a better board record than the Dodgers do. Padres have already clinched. The Dodgers are very simple. They must win 10-minute ticker. A win and they will be the 5 seed. A loss, we will not have a wild card series game in the National League, as the Padres would then face the number 1 seed and the Phillies would face the 2. That is how this final day of the season stands here on the network. Paul Sheridan and D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Tiger Stadium. The Brewers historically won this game, and again, they have a hodgepodge lineup. 7-4, the Brewers had 14 hits and no errors. The Tigers had 12 hits and no errors. The Tigers do have their main lineup in this game. The Brewers, as I said, is a hodgepodge lineup, but their starters are ready to come in the 7th inning, per a rule that I utilize in a game like this late in the season, where one team has to play for something, or one or both teams have to play for something. Well, guys, we made it through another regular season here on RJL Network, the final day of 1983. But we still got one more game to play, and let's see how it goes tonight. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight is Dan Petry. 19 wins, 11 losses, a 3.92 ERA in 83. We are at Tiger Stadium. This was a hitter's park. 170 home runs in there, adds 3 to strikeouts. Not an empty seat anywhere in this stadium. All the Tigers got to do is win. The Brewers must win by 6 or more runs. I have already checked the tiebreaker. If the Brewers tie it, if they win this game by 6 runs, the Tigers still advance because the Tigers have a better net run score, winning runs over losing runs. So the Tigers would still get in. Brewers must win by over 6 runs, period. So yes, the Brewers can win this game, but still may not get in. I know that may sound a little unfair, but that's how I'm doing it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Brewers, third baseman Randy Reddy, a 4.05 average, a homer, and 6 RBIs, although he only played in 12 games that year. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Tigers are the home team. Not an empty seat anywhere. All the Tigers got to do is win. Brewers got to blow them out. Can it be done? I've seen it before. Petry gets up. The final day of the regular season begins now. Petry, 3-2. That's a range play. Ready, a 1-6. It's a base hit to center field, but it's a range play for Chet Lemon. He was excellent. His range is a 5, and he'll make the catch. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And he starts with a fly out to center field, and that is 1 out. Next up is the shortstop, Ed Romero, 317 average, a homer, 18 RBIs that year. Petry will pitch. 3-3, home run chance, but Romero has zeros against righties. It won't matter. Romero, 3-4, and that's a ground ball to first base. Easy play by Enos Cabell, and he will take it to the bag himself for out number 2. Here's the Milwaukee designated hitter, Cecil Cooper, who I believe belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. 307 average, 30 homers, 126 RBIs. That is an excellent season for him. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Anywhere know where Ben Witz has been? I haven't seen him in a while. Petry, 5-4 against a lefty. That's a walk plus 10. And that is going to walk Cooper just barely. So Petry allows a walk. And now here's the left fielder, Ben Ogilvy, who I also think belongs in the Hall of Very Good. 280 average, 13 homers, 66 RBIs that year. Cooper on it first. Strategy. And he stays put. Petry, 6-5, strikeout 10. Got him. Cold strike 3 on Ogilvy. That'll do it. First strikeout for Petry. He had 122 of them that year. Nothing across except a walk. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Tigers got to win. Brewers must win by 7 at least 7. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers tonight is Chuck Porter. I really don't know anything about him. 7 wins, 9 losses, a 4.50 ERA in 83. As I said, the Tigers, however, Ben is also a Tiger fan as well, Davo9. So either way, one of his favorite teams is going in. Whitaker, 320 average, 12 homers, 72 RBIs. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Porter will go ahead and pitch. 3-4, strikeout 8. Got him. Struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Porter. He had 76 in 83. Here's the shortstop, Alan Trammell, a 319 average, 14 homers, 66 RBIs. Hall of Famer. He needs Whitaker to be in there with him. Pitch from Porter, 4-2. It's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 2-6. It's a base hit to left field. Trammell rounding first. He's got to try for second. Left fielder Ogilvy, a -1 arm. Trammell, a base runner 4, a 1-3. He gets to second base. He doesn't. He's going to go back to first. Nice throw by Ogilvy to keep Trammell out of scoring position. And a base runner on. Here's the left fielder, Larry Herndon, a 302 average, 20 homers, 92 RBIs. And, of course, Davo9 GLA has joined us here at Tigers Stadium. Trammell had 30 steals, and he gets the 10. He's not going. Porter, 2-5 against a righty, strikeout, and he got Herndon. Struck him out on a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Porter, as Herndon will go down on K's. And now the catcher, Lance Parrish, a 269 average, 27 homers, 114 RBIs that year. Nothing wrong with those stats. Strategy for Trammell. He will stay put. Porter, 6-2, error on a throw. Parrish, 1-3. Nope, that's going to be popped out to short. And Ed Romero is going to go ahead and get there and make the catch. and retire the side. No runs and a hit, no score after 1. We go to the second. Yeah, I know, Paul Sheridan, but that's a rule I use for this kind of thing. The start, I still use as played lineups, and they do not come and bring them in until the 7th. As I said, Paul, this is just how I do it. Leading off for the Brewers will be the first baseman, Roy Howell, a 278 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. Petry will go ahead and pitch. 2-3. That is going to be an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to third, taken care of there by Wayne Krenchicki, and he'll throw it over for out number 1. To give an example there, Paul Sheridan, last night the Brewers had a hodgepodge lineup, and the Tigers had their main lineup in Fall Classic. The Brewers won that game 3-0, so sometimes it all depends on how the dice goes. David Vega joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Next batter is the right fielder, Mark Brewhard, a 276 average, 7 homers, 23 RBIs. Brewhard is in right field for this game. Petry will go ahead and pitch. Petry, 6-1, range play. Brewhard, 3-5, and that is a ground ball to third. It's a range play for Wayne Krenchicki. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 4. But he's not going to get that one, and that's going to be a base hit for Brewhard. He'll get a single. Single for Brewhard. He goes to first. And now the second baseman, Jim Gantner, a 282 average, 11 homers, 74 RBIs. Since the Brewers actually have to win this game in a blowout, they're swinging away pretty much. But still rolling a strategy roll, and nothing on the 5. Brewhard will stay put. Petry will go ahead and pitch. Petry, 5-4 against the lefty. It's a walk plus 10, and it is ball 4. So now runners at first and second. Second walk given up by Petry. And here's the catcher, Ned Yost, who hit a bomb the last time he was on the. I think it was the game before this last night. 224 average, 6 homers, 28 RBIs. As Michael Peterson joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Strategy roll, nothing on the 4, nobody moves. Pitch from Petry, 2-4. That's a pitcher result, but the 6 is going to make it a blank. Yost, 2-5, and it's a base hit past third. Brewhard, base running rating of 3, and he is going to have to hold at third base. He will not come in, and the bases are full of Brew Crew. Single by Yost. And the batter now will be the center fielder, Dion James, a 100 average and an RBI, but he gets the call here. The Tigers are going to play the infield. James does not hit into many double plays. They're going to play the infield in here. So bases loaded. Petry will pitch to James here. No, I'll be playing inside pitch in Fall Classic for the playoffs. We have not decided yet who will be. There will be 2. We'll get to that another time. But yes, I'm going to be doing Fall Classic and inside pitch as well. Petry will strategy roll, and Petry will pitch. Petry, 4-6, strikeout, got him. He gets a big K on James, and that is the second K for him. But here comes a very dangerous Randy Reddy. He batted .405 in 83. Bases full of Brew Crew. Top of the second, no score. Fans here at Tiger Stadium know what's at stake. Strategy roll, and nothing happening. Petry will pitch. 4-1, strikeout 12. That's going to miss. Reddy, 3-4, and Reddy's going to be ready. He's going to smack one into right field, and that's going to be a double. Brewhard will score. Gantner will score. Yost, the base runner, won. A double to right field, not a chance. Yost will hold at third. Reddy goes to second. The Brewers have a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. 2 RBI double by Reddy. And now the batter is Romero. And the Brewers already have 2 runs that they need and 2 more on the board. Romero is 0 for 1, and they're going to pitch to him. Infield is still going to play in. No, actually, they don't have to pitch infield. What am I talking about? There's 2 outs. So there's 2 outs here, and Petry will pitch to him. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Petry will pitch. 4-5. No, that's a blank. Romero, 6-6, and Romero comes through with a base hit past third. Yost will score. Reddy, a base running rating of 3 with 2 outs. He will hold at third, and the Brewers now have a 3-0 lead. Stadium groans. RBI single by Romero. And runners at the corners, and here comes Cooper. Cooper walked his first time up. 3-0 Brewers right now. Remember, though, the Tigers got to at least get within 6. So Randy on at third, Romero on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Petry will pitch. Petry, 1-5. That's a walk plus 10. And once again, the bases are loaded. Petry cannot get out of this inning. And here comes Ben Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 0 for 1. But he's got home run power. Fans here at Tiger Stadium says, come on, Dan, let's get out of this. Bases full of Brew Crew. Petry will pitch to Ogilvy. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Petry will go ahead, and he will pitch. 6-3. That is at the park. Tiger Stadium. 1-3. No, it's a ground ball to first. That'll be taken care of there by Enos Cabell. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. But 3 runs on 4 hits and a couple of walks. And the Brewers have a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second. Tigers can still lose this game and still get in. But the Brewers, this is the hand they were dealt in my tiebreaker. Bottom of the second, leading off will be the Detroit designated hitter, Kirk Gibson, 227 average, 15 homers, 51 RBIs, who of course hit one of the greatest home runs in World Series history. Pitch from Porter, 5-5, it's a blank. Gibson, 6-4, ground out to short, easy play for Romero, and he'll throw it over to first for the out. Here's the first baseman, Enos Cabell, a 311 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs that year. Porter, 3-3 against a righty, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the third K for Porter, 2 down. And now one of the more underrated players in baseball history, center fielder Chet Lemon, 255 average, 24 homers, 69 RBIs. Porter will pitch. 1-4, that's a blank. Lemon, 1-2, fly ball center field, easy play for James. And James will get there and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Tigers, 3-0 after 2. We go to the top of the third, and right now the Brewers have the lead and 3 runs. Here's Roy Howell leading off for the Brew Crew. He's 0 for 1. Petry will go ahead and pitch. Petry, 5-2, possible error. Howell, 4-5. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Trammell. His error rating is a 6. That's a 10. No error. Trammell's got it, and he'll toss it over for the out. 1 away. Here's Brewhard. Brewhard got a single his first time up. Petry, he'll go ahead and deal. 4-3, wild pitch. It's a blank. Brewhard, 2-4, fly ball to right. And that's going to be Grubb getting to that. And he'll make the play for out number 2. And now Gantner. Gantner walked his first time up. Petry, a 6-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 4-1. And that is a possible home run to center field against a righty. Gantner needs an 11. That's a 7. And guess what? That ball is pretty much, well, gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Jim Gantner. Stadium groans. And now it's a 4-0 lead as Gantner hits a solid bomb. Dan Petry, they go talk to Petry on the mound. Tiger bullpen not moving yet. But right now, they better do something here. Here comes Yost. And Yost got a single his first time up. Still 2 outs at the top of the third, but now a 4-0 Brewer lead. Petry will pitch. 6-6. That's an automatic out. And it will be a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Trammell. And he will take his time and toss it over and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by Jim Gantner. And we go to the bottom of the third. Tigers better start getting at least a couple of runs here. Here's the right fielder, Johnny Grubb, a 254 average, 4 homers, 22 RBIs. Pretty much really the only hodgepodge player for the Tigers. Porter will go ahead and pitch. And 1-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Grubb, 2-5. Ground out to first base. That'll be Howell getting to that. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 1. And now the third baseman, Wayne Krenchicki, a 276 average, a homer, and 27 RBIs. Porter will go ahead and pitch. And 3-4, strikeout, got him. Gets him on a K. That's the 4th strikeout for Chuck Porter. And right now he's pitching like Jamie Kokenauer did last night. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 1. Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Porter will go ahead and pitch. 2-3. And that's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a fly ball to left field. And that'll be an easy play for Ogilvy. And he will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. And it's still 4-0 after 3. We go to the 4th. Dan Petry back on the mound. Remember, now, when the pitcher is tired, an S1 is no longer a blank if he's not tired. I'm now calling it an automatic out. Something that Chris did for his later sets. Something I wish he didn't. So as far as I'm concerned, now all of his sets are going to have that ability. And it does give the pitcher a little more control than it did. A little bit. Here's Dion James leading off for the Brew Crew. He's 0 for 1. 4-0 Brewers. They must win by 7 or more runs. Petry, 1-5. That's a walk plus 10, and he walked James. He walked a guy with a 100 average, and right now, things for Detroit are not going too well because here comes Reddy. Reddy is 1 for 2 with a double, a 2 RBI double. James had 1 stolen base. And that's a 20. Petry fires to first, and no, James will get back. Now Petry will go ahead and pitch to Reddy. Fans here at Tiger Stadium say, come on, make a good pitch. Petry 3-2. Range play. Ready. 4-4. That's a base hit past second, but it's a range play for Whitaker. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 3. And he's got it. Let's see if they turn the double play. 0-0-1. Shortstop pivot, Trammell is 0. They only turn a double play on a 1. No, James will be thrown out at second. Reddy will make first, and that's the first out. Nice play by Whitaker to go ahead and prevent that ball from getting past him on the fielder's choice. Next batter is Romero, and he's 1 for 2. He's close there, Paul. He's close. Reddy on at first, 1 out, top of the 4th. Reddy had no steals. I don't think anything's happening, and it won't. Petry will go ahead and pitch. 3-5, strikeout 12. That's going to be high. Romero, 1-5, base hit, right field for Romero. It's a single. Reddy, base runner 2, a single to right, -3. Not a chance for Reddy. He has to hold at second base. As Johnny Grubb has an excellent arm, and he throws it in there. So a base hit by Romero, and now the 7th run is at the plate, and that is Cooper. Cooper has walked twice. The Detroit bullpen now beginning to get ready. The question is, I don't know how much longer they go with Petry. His pull rating is a 13. To me, he really has to give up 6 runs before I yank him. But in a game like this, he gives up another one. I think he's going to be gone. Petry will pitch to Cooper. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Fans here at Tiger Stadium saying, come on, Dan, do it. 6-6, and that will do it. That's an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to third. Now, question is, where was it hit to? That is hit right at the third. That is hit right at the third baseman. So, 2-2-3. Second base, pivot, Whitaker, 0. 1-3, it's a double play. No. Reddy will make it to third. Romero will be out at second. Cooper takes first. 2 down. They could not turn the double play, but they will get the fielder's choice. So now 2 outs, and the batter now is Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 0 for 2. Count Petry lucky if he can get out of this inning without giving up any outs. 4-0 Brewers here, top of the 4th. Brewers must win by 7. Tigers just got to win or lose by less than that. Petry, strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Petry will deal. 4-2. Strikeout 12. Cold strike 3 on Ogilvy, and Petry gets out of it. Big strikeout by Petry. That's his third. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And it stays 4-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Tigers will be Alan Trammell. Trammell got a base hit his first time up. Porter, he'll go ahead and deal. And 3-5 against a righty. Strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Trammell. And that's the 5th strikeout for Chuck Porter. What is going on with these Brewer pitchers? Kokenauer dominated last night in Fall Classic. Right now, Porter's dominating an inside pitch. Here's Herndon. Porter will pitch. Porter, 5-1. Base hit right past the pitcher. That'll be a single for Herndon. As Herndon got a hold of that one, and he's on first. Next up is Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 1. Strategy roll for Herndon. He had 9 steals. He's not going anywhere. Porter looking in on Parrish. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping maybe the Tigers can get a run or two. Porter, 1-2. Error on a grounder. Parrish, 4-3. And that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Gantner. His error rating is a 4. That's a 1. Picks it up, drops it, picks it up, drops it, picks it up. By the time he finally has it, everyone is safe. That's an error. That is an E4 on Gantner. First error on the Brewers. They didn't have any errors in the game historically. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. And here comes Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Brewers. They must win by 7. Herndon at second, Parrish on at first. Nothing on the strat. Porter will go ahead and pitch. 4-2. That is at the park. Tiger Stadium. 2-5. And it's a ground ball to short. 1-0-1. Second base, pivot Gantner +1. A 1-2. It's a double play. No. Herndon will get to third. Parrish is out. Gibson to first, 2 down. Wow, Gibson missed, got a good chance. But that will be a fielder's choice. And now it'll bring up Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. Strategy roll. Gibson had 14 steals that year. And Cabell gets the bunt sign. He says, what, with 2 outs? Are you crazy? I'm swinging. Porter, 6-6, strikeout 11. That just missed. Cabell, 6-1, and it's a fly ball to center field. Coming in is Dion James. And he's going to get there, make the catch, and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. But the Tigers don't get anything. 4-0 after 4. We go to the 5th. Petry back on the mound. Leading off for the Brewers will be Roy Howell. The funny thing about these players is even though this is a bit of a hodgepodge lineup, a lot of these players had high averages. Petry will pitch. 1-6. That's a blank. Howell. 5-4. Base hit. Howell hits one past second base. And the Brewers have a big run on. Howell gets his first hit of the game. It'll bring up Brewhard. Brewhard is 1 for 2. Howell on it first. He only had 1 steal that year. He's not going. Brewhard will swing away. Petry will pitch. 6-4. That is at the park. Tiger Stadium. 6-5. And it's a fly ball to left field. Wow, he just missed it there. That's going to Herndon. Herndon will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Pretty much anytime Tiger Stadium comes up, you know that's going to possibly be a possible home run. Here's Gantner. Gantner hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Howell on it first. Strategy. Howell stays at first. Petry will pitch to Gantner. Petry, 1-3. Home run result against a righty. Gantner needs an 11. Not this time. That's an 18. Gantner, 6-1. He hits a deep fly ball to the deepest part of Tiger Stadium. Center fielder Chet Lemon is back at the track, back at the wall, and he'll make the catch with maybe a foot to spare. 2 outs. Howell stays at first. Petry put that right over the plate, but Gantner could not put the wood on it this time. And now here's Yost. Yost is 1 for 2. Runner on it first. Strategy. That's a 20. Petry fires to first base. Powell will get back. Now Petry will fire to Yost. Petry, 5-1 against a righty. Strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. Petry gets out of the inning. 4th K for Petry, no runs and a hit. And they almost got the 6. If Gantner had gone yard, they would have gotten at least the 6 runs. But they don't get anything. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Chet Lemon will lead off for the Big D's, 0 for 1. Porter can pitch to 26. We'll see how long they keep him in there. So 4-0 in favor of the Brew Crew. Porter will go ahead and deal. Porter, 2-5 against the righty. Strikeout 13 is going to miss. Lemon, 1-2. Fly ball, center field. Easy play for Deion James. And he's got it. 1 out. Next batter is Yubba Dub Dub. Thanks for the grub. And he's 0 for 1. Porter, he'll pitch. 1-3. Strikeout. Got him. Porter gets another K. That's his 6th. Another strikeout for Chuck Porter. He's pitching the game of his life right now. Here's Krenchicki. He's 0 for 1. Porter setting up. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping somebody can get something, but they're not 100% worried yet. The Brewers still have only 4 runs. Porter, 1-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Krenchicki, 6-2. Fly ball left field. That'll be caught easily by Ogilvy. That is a 1-2-3 inning. And the side is retired. 4-0 Brewers after 5. The Brewers still need 3 more runs. I know some people disagree with how I'm doing this, but this is my game. And I like it the way it is. Zalapsky Smurf joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Good to see you, Zalapsky Smurf. Haven't seen you in a while. Top of the 6th inning. And it will be Deion James leading off for the Brewers. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 4-0 Brewers. Brewers must win by 7. They have the must win by 7. The Tigers have a 6-run positive. Must win by 7. Petry. 2-2. That's a range play at the park. Tiger Stadium. 4-3. And that's popped up behind the plate to the catcher. Lance Parrish going after it. His range is a 4. Nope, it's going to drop, and that's going to be out of play, and that'll be strike 1. They'll do it again. That'll be fouled away there as no way he can get it. Petry will try again. Petry, 6-6. That's an automatic. Out, and it will be a fly to center field. And easily caught by Lemon. That's out number 1. Next up is Reddy. Reddy is 1 for 3 with a double. Petry, he'll go ahead and he will pitch. Petry, 6-3. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 4-4. It's a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Trammell. Trammell takes it, tosses it over, and that is out number 2. Here's Romero. Romero is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 4-0 Brewers. The Tigers still have a +2 in their bank account. Petry will pitch. 6-4. That is at the park. Tiger Stadium. 1-4. And that would be a home run to center field. But against the righty, Romero has a 0. And that is not going to be a home run. That is going to be caught by Lemon, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers. They're coming up on the 7th inning. Starters ready to come in for the Brew Crew. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, we'll give XSG to the Block Dragon, I guess. I guess he deserves a Block Dragon. Because only XSG2 would bring up the B word. 1 Block Dragon for him. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Tigers will be Lou Whitaker. He is 0 for 2. Chuck Porter right now pitching the game of his life. Now bottom of the 6th. Still 4-0 Brewers. Tigers didn't score any runs last night. Are they going to score any runs tonight? Porter, 3-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Whitaker, 6-2, and it's a fly to center field. Deion James will get to that. And he makes the play. 1 out. Here's Trammell. Trammell is 1 for 2 with a single. Porter will deal. Porter, 1-5 against a righty. It's a walk, and that 15 is too high. Trammell, 4-2 against a righty. It's a ground ball to second base, handled by Gantner. And Gantner tosses it over for out number 2. And now Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 2 with a single. Brewers lead 4-0. They must win by 7. Or Tigers get in even with the loss. Porter will pitch. 3-3 against a righty. Strikeout 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got Herndon. And the inning is over. That is the 7th K for Chuck Porter. What a game he's having. Nothing across. 4-0 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Starters are now available for the Brewers. However, Cecil Cooper will lead off anyway because he is a starter. So Cecil Cooper leads off. He is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. What if they tie in run differential? It's not going to happen. They have too much. They have too much. They would have too much. The Tigers the run differential they have over the Brewers is like 15. There's no way the Brewers will get that. So the Brewers got to win by this here. They must get 7. They cannot get 6. 6 doesn't help them. They must get 7. Petry will pitch. 6-1, range play. Cooper, 3-1, fly ball right field. That ball is hit to Johnny Grubb. If you're a Tiger fan, that's not where you want to hit to. His range is a 1. Does he channel his inner Greg Luzinski? Nope. And that's going to be a single. Cooper will get a base hit. So Cecil Cooper leads off with a hit. And the batter now is Ogilvy. He'll stay in. Ogilvy, a starter with 411 at bats. Cooper on at first. Strategy rolls are now off. So now it's pitcher versus batter. And Petry is now tired. And I think that's going to be it for him. Petry is tired. They're yanking him, and the Tigers will go to the bullpen. Double D joins us here at Tiger Stadium. So a new pitcher coming in for the Tigers, and they're going to bring out Doug Bear. 8 wins, 4 losses, 5 saves, a 3.59 ERA. Petry leaves with the L, and Bear can pitch to 6. So we'll see what Doug Bear does. So Bear coming in the game now. Cooper on at first. Strategy rolls are off. Young and Mollett are on the bench, but they can come in. They're ready. Depending on if I want to bring him in. Bear will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first. Nothing for Cooper. Bear will pitch. Bear, 5-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Ogilvy, 6-2. And it's a base hit past first. That'll be a single. Cooper will have the speed. He will round second and get to third. Runners at the corners. No one out. And now the batter is Roy Howell, but he is not really a starter. The question is, I don't think there is a first baseman to bring in, so actually Howell's going to stay in there. Howell's at first base, and he is going to stay at first. They're going to keep him in. And Howell is 1 for 3. Runners in the corners. The infield is going to play. I think he played. Let's see. Howell does ground into a lot of double plays. The question is, knowing that you have to hold them to 6 runs, I think you got to play in. And that's what they're going to do. As I said, this does change. The guy yesterday said it does change management decisions. He's right. So let's play it as you would. They're going to call the infield in and try to get Cooper at the plate. Because right now, who knows? Bear will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the... Actually, there's no strategy roll. Bear will go ahead and pitch to Howell. Bear, 3-6. That's a pitcher result. A lefty. A 1-3 is an automatic out. That's a 2, and it will be a grounder to short. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Do they send Cooper? His base running rating would be a 1 with the infield in. They're not going to send him. They'll hold. Ogilvy will go to second. The throw goes to first to get the out, 1 down. And I think that's the right call. You still have 2 outs in the inning. So Ogilvy will go to second on a grounder to short. And now the batter is Brewhard. Brewhard, let's see, he's in right field, but he's still a pretty good hitter, and he's going to bat. Brewhard's going to stay in the game with a 276 average. Runners at second and third. 1 out. The infield is still in. Bear will go ahead and pitch. Brewhard is 1 for 3. I don't know why I'm rolling a strat. No need. Bear will go ahead and pitch. Bear, 4-3. That is going to be an automatic out. He is not tired. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Now, that's a fly ball to center. That's out number 2. Brewhard, sacrifice fly of 1. Hit to center. +2 is a 3. No. Cooper, base runner 3. Center fielder Lemon a -1. Cooper will score on a 2. It's a 6. Cooper coming through. Center fielder is Lemon. He has a -1 arm. A 1-5, there'll be a play. There is. Cooper, the throw to the plate. Cooper will be out on a 2-5. And he's out at the plate. Side retired. What a throw by Chet Lemon. Stadium cheers. Yay. No runs, 2 hits. Cooper tries to score on his own, and Chet Lemon guns him down at the plate, and that ends the inning. Did Chet Lemon just save the Tigers' season with that? We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Cooper probably went on his own. Don't forget, we got our final 10-minute ticker of the 1983 season coming up. Today is the final day of the regular season. There will be no baseball tomorrow night. Sunday night will begin the 1983 postseason. What game I'm going to play? We'll know after the ticker. We know we're going to have at least one wild card series game. And that would be the Texas Rangers playing either Detroit or Milwaukee. There could be 2 wild card series games in the series if the Dodgers win tonight. So we will find out. So no baseball tomorrow night. We will have either an American and we'll find out what wild card series we're playing on Sunday after the ticker. So don't go away. The ticker will decide the final spots in the postseason for 1983. And what a great year this has been. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chuck Porter can still pitch to 5 more batters. Lance Parrish leads off for the Big D. He is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Porter will pitch. 1-6, strikeout. That will miss. Parrish, 4-2, and a line out right to first. It's gloved by Howell, and that's out number 1. Line drive, but Howell was right there. Here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. Porter, he'll go ahead and pitch. Porter, 1-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Gibson, 1-6, and he hits a fly ball to center. And Deion James will make that catch, 2 down. And now Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 2. Porter, he'll go ahead and pitch. Porter, 6-1. It's a blank. Cabell, 6-5. Line drive to first, grabbed by Howell, and the inning is over. And Chuck Porter goes to the Brewers batter, says, come on, we got to get 3 more runs. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Still 4-0 after 7. Fans here at Tiger Stadium are relaxing a little bit, but they know that the Brewers can get runs. We go to the 8th. Doug Bear will pitch to Jim Gantner. Are they going to let him pitch? Let's see what Detroit wants to do. He's still got some left in the tank. And they're going to go... Let's see. Bear's going to come out of the game. He did pretty good. And the Tigers are going to go ahead and bring out Dave Gumpert. No wins, 2 losses, 2 saves. A 2.64 ERA, a little better pitcher. But a nice job by Dave Forrest Gumpert. And he will come on to pitch. So Gumpert becomes the new pitcher. And Jim Gantner leads off. Top of the 8th, 4-0. Brewers need 3 runs. Gumpert will pitch. 6-3, wild pitch. It's a blank. Gantner, 2-1, ground out to second base. Whitaker will get that, and that's the first out. Ned Yost is the next batter, but he's coming back, and the Brewers will go ahead and bring out the new catcher, Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer. 308 average, 13 homers, 108 RBIs. So Simmons will now take over at catcher for the Brewers. So timeout for the scorecard, 249 plus 1. So he will now take over. As now Ted Simmons will bat. Simmons against Gumpert here. Top of the 8th, 4-0. Pitch from Gumpert. 4-2 against the switch left. Walk. And that is ball 4. He walked him. So Gumpert will go ahead and walk Simmons. And that brings the 6th run to the plate. Deion James is the next batter, but he's coming out. And they're going to go ahead, and he is in center field. So James will come out of the game, and they will bring in Rick Manning. 246 average, 4 homers, 18 RBIs. So Manning will now take over in center for the Brewers. He is a 3-2-0, so I don't need to change the helper card. It stays the same. So now Rick Manning will go up against Gumpert. 1 out, 4-0 Brewers. The Tigers haven't scored a run in almost 2 full games. Simmons there. Gumpert will set it up. No strategy roll. Gumpert will pitch. 4-3. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium. 6-4. And it's a ground ball to second. 2-2-3. Shortstop, pivot, Trammell, 0. 1-3, it's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play as Manning hits into the big twin killing. The Milwaukee Brewers, even though they have a 4-0 lead, they are running out of outs. Chet Lemon leads off for the Tigers. Chuck Porter has pitched an absolute gem. But the Brewers are going to probably go ahead and bring on their best pitcher, Porter, coming out of the game. What a job he did. And the Brewers are going to make absolutely certain that the Tigers cannot get any runs, and they're going to bring in Peter Ladd. 3 wins, 4 losses, 25 saves, a 2.55 ERA. Ladd's job, keep it where it is. Because any run the Tigers get in this inning is huge. Ladd will go ahead and pitch to Lemon. Chet Lemon is 0 for 2. Pitch. 6-5. That's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a fly to center field. That'll be handled by Manning. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Johnny Grubb is the next batter, but the Tigers may bring in a new batter himself. Grubb is in right field, and they are going to take him out because Grubb is really not that great in that position. So coming on to pinch hit will be Glenn Wilson. He'll take over in right field. 268 average, 11 homers, 65 RBIs. So Grubb is out, and Wilson is in right, and he is a 3-2 -2. So I still don't have to change the helper card. It stays as because Grubb was a -2 arm. So Glenn Wilson will now take over in right field. He's got better range. Ladd will pitch. 3-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Wilson, 5-4. And let's see here. 5-4. That's going to be a fly out to left. That's a 5. Special K on righty is only a 1-3. So that actually will do the star line. And that'll be a fly ball to left field. And that'll be caught by Ogilvy, out number 2. 2 outs. And now Wayne Krenchicki. Krenchicki is 0 for 2. Ladd, he'll go ahead and pitch. 5-1 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. And it's going to be a fly ball to right field. And that'll be caught by Brewhard. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. And even though they're losing this game, the Brewers still need 3 runs. But will we see some 9th inning magic? The Brewers need 3 runs. If they don't get them, pretty much the bottom of the inning doesn't really mean anything. But, of course, I'll still play it to see if the Tigers still do it here. Yeah, I would still play. I think I would still play the bottom of the 9th in this situation. I mean, it won't matter. They got to get 4 runs. They got to get 3 runs. So, in this situation, I think the game would be meaningless. But who knows? The Tigers could still win the game. So you still play to win the game still. Gumpert will stay on the mound instead of bringing in Aurelio Lopez. And coming into bat for the Brewers is going to be Randy Reddy. Now, Randy Reddy has a 405 average over Paul Molitor's 270. Reddy is going to bat. Reddy is 1 for 4. Top of the 9th, 4-0. Brewers need 3 runs. Gumpert will pitch. 3-6. Range play. Ready. 5-6. It's a fly ball to right field, and that's hit to Glenn Wilson. Wow. Bringing him in was the right move. His Grubb's rating was a 1. Wilson's rating is a 3. Does he make the play out there? No, it's going to be a base hit anyway. It's a single for Reddy. Reddy will go ahead and get a base hit as Wilson couldn't get to it. And now the batter is Romero. Romero is the shortstop with a 317 average. But he's going to come out of the game, and Robin Yount will come into bat. He's a 308 average, but he's got more home run power. Plus, Yount has a better rating. So in comes Robin Yount, Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's a 371 at the position at shortstop. So Robin Yount will now come into bat against Gumper. Ready on at first. It is 4-0 Brewers, but they need 3 runs. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping Gumper can get an out here. Fans are loud. Gumper will pitch. 1-6. Error on a grounder. Yount. 2-3. And that's not an error. That's a slow hit ball to third. That's picked up there by Krenchicki. Randy will make second. Yount, a base running rating of 5. The throw to first. They got him. 1 out. Wow, what a play. They just got him. That's a ground ball to third. No out. But Reddy gets to second base. But Yount is out of there. What a throw by Krenchicki. That could have been runners at first and second. And now here's Cooper. Cooper is 1 for 2, a single and a walk, but now there's 1 out. Ready on at second. Gumper will pitch to Cooper. No strategy. Gumper, he can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. Gumper will pitch. 2-6. Wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Cooper. 4-4, and it's a fly ball to right field. That'll be caught by Wilson for out number 2. And Reddy, base runner 2, hit the right. And right fielder Wilson's a -2. Reddy's not going anywhere. He's staying put. But now 2 outs. And now here's Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 1 for 4. Ready on at second. Gumpert will pitch to Ogilvy. He must get a hit. Gumpert sets up against him. Fans here at Tiger Stadium know that if this inning over, the Tigers are going to the postseason no matter what happens in the bottom of the 9th. Gumpert will go ahead and he'll pitch. 3-3. It's a blank. Ogilvy. 4-5. And it's a ground ball to second base. That'll be caught by Whitaker. He's got it. Throws to first. Side retired. The Tigers are going to the postseason. Stadium cheers. Yay! And the Brewers got to go out there knowing they must finish the game, but that will do it. Unless the Tigers score. Now, here's the funny thing. What if the Tigers score 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th? We go to extras, and then the Brewers put 7 in extra innings. Wouldn't that be, I think I'd probably get some hate mail if that happened. But the Detroit Tigers, as of now, a 4-0 lead for the Brewers. But that's not going to be enough. The Brewers will win the game, but the Tigers will get in by virtue of tiebreaker. Lou Whitaker leads off. Peter Ladd coming out. As actually they're going to say, well, actually he'll pitch. Well, they'll come out. Ladd's going to come out, and the Brewers will bring in a new pitcher. And it will be Tom Tellman. 9 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves. A 2.80 ERA. So Porter's going to get the win in this game. Petry's still going to take the loss. But the Tigers are still going to go to the playoffs. Tellman will go ahead and he'll pitch. Tellman, 4-1. Pitcher result, 16 is too high. Whitaker, 5-3. And a ground out to second base. That'll be handled by Gantner. The throw goes to first for out number 1. Next up is Trammell. Trammell is 1 for 3. Tellman, he'll go ahead and deal. Tellman, 2-6. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Trammell, 1-6 against a righty. It's a grounder to short. Easy play for Yount. And he tosses it over 2 away. And now here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 3, but the fans here at Tiger Stadium already know that this game is done. And the Tigers are going to the playoffs. Tellman will pitch. 1-3 against a righty. It's a blank. Herndon, 2-3. Popped up. Pop fly ball to short. That's going to be Robin Yount getting to it. He makes the catch. The ball game is over. The Brewers win this game, but the Tigers are going to the playoffs. I know that may not make sense, but that's my rules. Stadium cheers! Yay! Have you ever seen a team celebrate a loss? Well, they're going to celebrate a loss. So a 4-0 win for the Brewers, but the Tigers will get in by virtue of tiebreaker. They are the number 4 seed, and they will host the Texas Rangers in the American League Wild Card Series, where it's a 1-game playoff. They'll have 1 game to move on. Final line score coming up. How good was Brewers pitching in this game? For the Brewers, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. For the Tigers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. What a job by Brewer pitching. The winning pitcher is Chuck Porter, will get the win. Dan Petry will take the loss. Peter Ladd and Tellman will get holds. But the Detroit Tigers, by virtue of tiebreaker, will get in. As the Tigers go to 93-69, the Brewers are 93-69, but the tiebreaker goes to Detroit, and they are in the postseason. But they have to play a wild card game against the Rangers. Wow, what a game that was here. We're still not done. Final 10-minute ticker of the 83 season is next. Yeah, I know it may not make any sense, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. It was still exciting, wasn't it? The Brewers had a 4-0 lead. They just couldn't get any more than that. Still exciting. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So Milwaukee does get a 4-0 win over the Tigers, but the Tigers advance to the postseason by virtue of tiebreaker. Let's see how the rest of the majors does. We will do the games that don't mean anything first. Yankees at Baltimore. Yankees 5-34, that is 3. Orioles 12-44, that is 5. And the Orioles will get the win. Cleveland at Boston. The Orioles, of course, will play the Chicago White Sox in the other division series. Cleveland minus 251, that is 3. Red Sox 12-12, that is 1. It's a win for the Tribe. Kansas City at Oakland. Kansas City 5-16, that is 1. Athletics 17-43, and that's 6. A win for the A's. White Sox at the Mariners. White Sox 12-32, and that's 4. Mariners minus 252, and that's 3. A win for the Pale Hose. Angels and the Rangers. The Rangers are in. Angels minus 162, that's 5. Rangers 6-11, that's 0. That's a win for the Halos. Minnesota at Toronto. Twins 12-23, and that is 3. Blue Jays 16-61, and that is 8. And a win for the Bluebirds. Reds and the Astros. The Astros were eliminated last night. Reds 9-12, that is 1. Astros 7-35, that is 3. And it's a win for the Stros. Expos and the Mets. The Expos have it's a doubleheader. This is a doubleheader. The Mets, well, we'll skip that one. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. We'll go to the Expos because that actually game does have a little bit of meaning. Pirates and the Phillies. The Phillies are the 3 seed no matter what. Pirates 646, and that is 4. Phillies 953, that is 5. And the Fightin' Phils will get the win. Braves and the Padres. The Padres are in. Braves 2451, and that is 8. Padres 1122, and that is 3. And the Braves now get a win. Now the Braves now have 98 wins. They have 98 wins. Cubs and the Cardinals. We'll get to them in a minute. Cubs 1021, and that is 2. Cardinals 1141, and that is 4. And that's a win for the Redbirds. Now, the Expos and the Mets. This is a doubleheader by the Expos. The Braves have won their final game. They got 98 wins. The Expos also have 98 wins. The Expos just need to win one of these 2, and they will be the number 1 seed in the National League. They got to win one game. Can my Mets spoil it? Expos 652, and that is 5. Mets 121, that is 1. And that'll pretty much do it. Game number 2, real quick. Expos 24-24, and that is 5. Mets 116, that is 1. The Expos win both. They have 100 wins. The Montreal Expos are the number 1 seed in the National League. Are the Mets finished with the worst record? No, believe it or not, that went to the Mariners. They had the worst record. The Mariners finished with a record of 52 and 108. Now, San Francisco and the Dodgers. The Dodgers are 81 and 80. This game decides that the Dodgers make the postseason. If the Dodgers win this game, they will play San Diego on Sunday. That would be the first game. If the Dodgers lose, it will be Texas and Detroit on Sunday with only one wild card series game. Giants and the Dodgers. Mike Krukow versus a young Sid Fernandez before he'd win a World Series in 3 years. Giants and the Dodgers. All you Dodger fans hoping this roll goes your way. Dodgers 81 and 80. Must win. 500 does not get you in the postseason. The fans here, any Dodger fans hoping something going on. Giants, Dodgers. Do the Dodgers make the playoffs? Giants 12-33, and that is 4. Dodgers 10-45. That is 5. The Dodgers win. They'll go to 82 and 80. They are in the playoffs. The Dodgers make the postseason. They will play a wild card series game against the Padres at Jack Murphy on Sunday. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always next year. No baseball tomorrow night. And because the Padres have the lower number of wins to Detroit, the game 1 of the National League Wild Card Series will be Sunday. It'll be the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the San Diego Padres. Pitching matchups will follow when I get the lineups up to date. Then Monday night will be game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series. The Texas Rangers versus the Detroit Tigers. And then, of course, the division series will begin. No, it's a 1-game playoff, Tavo 9. Just a 1-game playoff. 1 game. Just 1 game. We want to get to the division series as quickly as possible. Just a 1-game playoff. So the Dodgers will be at the Padres. NLWCS on Sunday night. Texas at Detroit. ALWS Monday night. And pitching matchups will follow later. So what will happen? We'll find out. That concludes the 1983 season here on RJL Network. I think I deserve a pat on the back. I completed my 11th replay. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you Sunday night. The Milwaukee Brewers win the game. They win the battle, but they lose the war. Brewers win it 4-0 over the Tigers, but the Tigers get in by tiebreaker. The 1983 season is over. The 1983 postseason is about to begin.